In my last YouTube video, I had a bit of a laugh, but this time I want to be a little bit more serious. I suppose I want to press upon you the gravity of the situation. When you're 50 years of age, you have to be training for when you're 60 and onwards. So for example, if you're just 40 years of age now, you got to be thinking, oh shit, in 10 years time, I'm going to be 50 years of age. And the gravity of the situation, as you get older, it really impacts your day-to-day functional movement. You want to be able to pick up your kids, and you want to be able to pick up your grandkids when you get older, because the first thing to go is your power. In the Taekwondo, we do what's called a vertical jump. You know, your 2 feet are like this on the floor, and you jump up in the box, or we used to jump up on mats. And that will diminish really quickly from the time you're a teenager until you're about maybe mid-20s, and your power will be the first to go. Your power is the first to go. Next to go is your strength. And after that, you will start slowly maybe losing a bit of stability as you get into your 50s and your 60s. I'm very lucky because I had a background in martial arts, so I had the discipline of the martial arts to maintain a reasonable level of fitness. But I only got into weights when I was 60 years of age. I had a lot of cardio, but it's pointless being a fantastic marathon runner and you can't lift a bag of groceries when you get older. And it's also a little bit daft. If you're a power lifter, you know, and you drop dead at 60, what's the point in that? So you need cardio 3 times a week, and you need to be lifting weights 3 times a week. And the bigger the weight as you get older, the better. I'm going to give you some examples what I'm currently doing. Have a look at these exercises here. I'm starting this off here with a bench press. These weights look very heavy, but they're not really. Each one of those plates is only 5 kg, so the whole thing is 45 kg in total. Did a lot of press-ups in my taekwondo days, so I can't wait for this hour of my life to start doing a lot of bench pressing. And if you watch this bench press, after I finish this bench press here, I use a nice, what I call a nice transition in. I reach behind my head. I'm getting a kettlebell. Kettlebell is 10 kgs, and on each ankle I've got 2 kg ankle weights. And this is a variation of what's known as a hollow body hold. A hollow body is where your hands and your feet are off the floor. But I varied this here because I found that exercise a little bit boring, and plus I like the functionality. I'm just squeezing the last few out of the lower abs here by just grabbing the bar, and just I like a little bit of variation in my training, because weight lifting really can be a bit boring at times. Every video I've done so far, I get a slagging off my mates because they're always saying I'm doing squats. So I did a Bulgarian squat in this one. Very safe exercise, especially on the front knee, rather than just doing forward lunges all the time. I got 2 kettlebells, 2 dumbbells in my hand, and I finished the whole set with what's called a Zercher squat. I'm modifying it obviously by sitting on the punch bag, just to be safe. Here's another small example. Let's talk about one single exercise that I started. Like I said, I got into this weightlifting at about 60 years of age, 61. And when I was 61, that was about 9 years ago, I could be able to lift 55 on that very bench there, 55 kgs on a bench press. That was fair going from old Frank here. But yesterday, Frank could only do 45 on that. That's 10. It's 45. No, when I say 55, I only did 1. That was my max, right? But I can do 3 sets of 8 now at 45. I'm happy with that. But I keep the statistics, and it's good to keep statistics. Will I tell you why? Because from the martial arts and the taekwondo, there's a child in all of us, isn't there? We want to see our progress. The kid wants his yellow belt, and then he wants his green belt, and he wants to know what date will he become a black belt, or he or she. And we like to see progress. So keeping your statistics is very, very important as you get older. Just remember, when you're If you're 40, you're training from your 50s. So you have to kind of back engineer that all the time. Oh, what age are you now? You're in the critical, you're in a critical deciding time here. You're in decades. It will be from decades on. 50 to 60 is a decade. 60 to 70 is a decade. So try and keep your statistics. And remember, your power will go first. That will be the first thing to go. You notice that in your younger athletes, if you have young kids, you notice their vertical jump will decrease, and your strength will go next. And then the next will be muscle size. This is me. This is the size of my muscles. I probably won't get any more muscles on this frame until, I don't know, until I pop off. If I can just maintain my muscle size, I'm quite happy with that. So statistics are important. And talking about statistics, I noticed from the analytics, by the way, this is a lovely little group we have here already on this channel. It's only a month, 2 months, 2.5 months old now. And I noticed there was 64% people who frequently watch this channel don't hit the fucking subscribe button. So if you're enjoying what we're doing or what I'm about here, and if I am any example to you, and if I can give you any information on your journey, and if you're in your 50s or 60s and you're looking at, like, this guy is 70, what he can do, please hit the fucking subscribe button, because it will help other guys in their 50 and 60. Okay? I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much.